go. Now we're recording. All right. Good evening, everybody. This is the December 9, 2020 meeting of the Groton Inland Wetland Agency. Chairing the meeting is David Scott. If there are attendees who are not applicants and want to participate and speak to the commission, you need to do that under public communications. You'll have to raise your virtual hand in order to do that. So on an Apple product, you need to hover at the top of your screen to find the hand. On a PC, you hover at the bottom. If you're on the telephone, you push *9. All right, Dave.
All right, after all that technical. All right, public communications. Deb, do you have any?
I do not. Sorry, I'm just going to mute myself for a minute because I can see that Eunice is having a hard time getting in and she's calling me.
All right, I have one thing. And that is Bob has decided not to be renewed in the end of the month. And I really wanted to thank him for his 19 years of service on wetlands. That's a yeoman service.
Yeah.
How many years, Dave?
So sorry.
What's that?
How many years?
19.
19. That is.
It's a long time.
Made me an old man.
That's what did it, huh?
That's what did it.
I've been on for 35. I must be really old.
You are.
Well, we will miss you, Bob.
Oh, thank you.
Very definitely. Goodness.
Thank you. I just thought it was time.
I know the feeling.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay.
Well, I thought we were getting a pay raise this year, but it didn't come through, so that's
No.
one, that's one of the
50%.
things that drove me out.
It's 50%.
Yeah.
50% of zero is zero. All right.
Okay, so I've sent her the link. Lynda, maybe you can resend the meeting notice to her as well, just as sort of backup.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. We have the approval of minutes of November 18th. Our last web meeting.
I
Yeah.
have a comment for under the last minutes. Under new applications, V11, VI1, second line, 334 Long Hill Road, comma, which is, put an is owned by.
What will we ever do without you? I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
That's too funny. Even if I read it backwards, I don't think I see that. All right, do we have a motion? For
I'll make a motion. to
As
approve the
amended?
minutes As amended.
I second it.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Abstentions?
Right.
Hi, Eunice.
Hey Dave, how are you? Hi,
There
everybody.
she is.
Yes.
I don't know what happened.
You're at the bottom of your screen.
That's okay.
You don't want to be seen, huh?
Never on this thing, I'm telling you.
Oh, come on. If I can be on here, you can be on here.
You look like you don't.
All right. Minutes of December 1st, site walk.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the site walk.
We have a
Second it. Second it.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. All right. There's no new applications. 0 High Street, we're still waiting.
Oh,
Yep, still waiting for revisions. That's correct.
Yeah. That's a tough site to work. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna take quite a bit to get that together.
It is, and the applicant is having second thoughts about what he wants to do on the property. So, you know,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. The second one is Triton Square Development.
Yep, let me just get the applicant into the meeting, okay? There's a couple of them, so hold on just a minute.
Uh-huh.
And Tom,
I see their names,
there we go.
3 of them.
Yep,
So, Deb, are we ready to go?
I believe we are.
Okay, so it should be Anthony Gioia, Matt Sanford, and myself.
Matt Sanford.
he on?
There he is. I see him. Okay.
Okay.
And me.
Yes, and
Oh,
Timothy.
Tim
Yep.
Hurst. Okay.
Yep.
I don't have any pictures.
Right, nope, their cameras are off.
Oh.
So yes, we are ready to go. I can promote you guys to panelists if you need to share screens and whatnot.
You know, let's see how it goes.
Okay.
So, good evening, Commission. Nice to see you again. If you recall, we had a detailed presentation to you at your last meeting, and then subsequent to that, you had a field walk. In addition to that, we also had a staff review meeting, and we received comments. And then subsequent, we have resubmitted revised plans to address those comments. So we think we're in good shape. There was one, I did have my notes. There was one question I think a commission member asked was what was the impervious coverage? Under existing conditions, it has a 16%, 16% impervious coverage. And under proposed, it would be a 47% impervious coverage.
47?
47, correct.
Hmm.
Correct. So with that, I believe we've addressed the comments. I have seen a draft. I guess it's a motion to approve prepared by your town staff, and we review those comments or the conditions, and we have no objection to any one of those. With that, I didn't say for the record. So for the record is Tom Daly with Mylon and McBroom. On the call is also Anthony Gioia, who is the applicant. We have attorney Timothy Herbst, who is the applicant's attorney. And then we have Matt Sanford, who is our wetland scientist. So that's really all I have to say this evening. Tim, I don't know if you wanted to say any comments.
Tom, I think you covered it. I will just simply add that we look forward to your anticipated approval, and we look forward to taking this before the Planning and Zoning Commission. And I must tell you that your staff across the board has been nothing short of exceptional and a pleasure to work with.
So with that, we're all here. So we're ready to answer any questions the commission may have.
Does anyone have a question?
Nope.
Barbara?
Deb, what were the changes that you recommended?
Sure. So during the staff review process, we tightened up the sediment and erosion control plan as well as the basin maintenance.
Okay.
I think earlier today, we did send out a draft motion to you all, and I can share my screen in case you guys have not had an opportunity to look at it.
Mhm.
So hold on just a minute.
You should drive me crazy.
No, that's not it. Hang on.
Hey,
was
whoa,
almost
there you
there.
are.
Let's see.
I've seen that. I just need to be reminded.
I didn't get it. I mean, I didn't see it.
Hmm.
It was later on today. So, yeah. Here we go. There we go. So you can see the regulated activities are the construction of the level spreader, the discharge of stormwater, and then the construction of a walking path within the upland review area. And I am suggesting, aside from the standard conditions, a couple of extras, including a detail of the maintenance path to the stormwater basin being put on the plan. If dewatering is necessary for any of the excavations, they need to run that plan by planning and development staff. The construction and planting of the stormwater basin needs to be certified as constructed per the plan by the design engineer and wetland scientist prior to our certificate of site plan compliance, which is something our office issues before you get a certificate of occupancy. And then that the location of the walking path be reviewed with planning and development staff in the field before it's constructed so that we can avoid taking down large trees.
All right, other questions? No? Do we have a motion?
Somebody's got to read it.
Who's gonna read it? Eunice, you're our reader? I don't know where she is. She dropped off.
I'll read it. I move that we accept the application of IWA 20-06 Triton Square, 55 Sealy School Drive. No, let's see, the regulated activity is construction of a level spreader, discharge of stormwater, and construction of wood chip walking path. The motion is to approve the Triton Square application for the following reasons. There is no loss of wetland or water course as a result of this project. The sediment and erosion control plan will adequately protect the wetland during construction. This permit is subject to the 4 standard conditions and the following modifications. A detail of the maintenance path to the stormwater basin shall be placed on the plan. Number 2, dewatering plans for excavations, if necessary, shall be reviewed and approved by planning and development staff. Number 3, the construction and planting of the stormwater basin shall be certified as constructed per the plan by the design engineer and wetland scientist prior to issuance of the certificate of site plan compliance. Number 4, the location of the walking path shall be reviewed by planning and development staff in the field prior to construction and shall be located so as to avoid mature tree removal.
All right. Do we have a second on this?
I'll second that.
Second.
Bob, you second?
Yes.
Okay. Then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions?
I'm abstaining.
Barbara's abstaining? Abstaining? Okay.
Thank you
We're
very
all
much.
set.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much,
Have a Good
Commissioner.
evening.
Right, thank you. All right, let me get out of this.
There we go.
Very good.
Power back.
All right. Okay,
All right. The next one is 334 Long Hill Road. That's where we had our site walk on the 1st.
that's right. And at your last meeting, you had some discussion about some revisions you might like to see. So Gregg Fedus, the design engineer, has prepared a couple of concepts for you before he actually does the engineering. He'd like to get some of your feedback on these revisions based on your site walk.
Oh, Deb,
Right.
can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, do I not have video for some reason?
No.
Hold on, let me promote you to a panelist. Hang on. Let's see if that gets you there.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
There you
There
are.
he is.
Oh, and Nick Sahin is with us also, is the owner of the property. Good evening. My name's Gregg Fedus with Fedus Engineering, the office in Mystic at 70 Essex Street. Here representing the owner of the property, developer. So we have, I think last time when I was before you, prior to the site walk, you had asked for to see if we can improve upon the 50-foot non-disturbance area. And what we did was and then you also asked to see if we can reconfigure maybe the building to pull it further away from the wetland regulated review area. So we did both of those things. Let me show you, if I gotta share my screen here, share screen. That's probably not it. Okay, so you can see a footprint of a building, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we tried to do here was make an L-shaped, make it shorter by about 25 feet and do like an L-shaped crossing over the driveway. If you recall, that goes down along the would be the Applebee's side. It does pose some problems. We don't meet the 12-foot setback from the property line with this 1-bedroom unit here. And we also have some issues with getting underneath that, driving down underneath it. And also from a code standpoint, there's bedroom windows and I guess daylight requirements that make this kind of layout challenging. So what we did next is, so we don't, the cost associated with trying to drive under this 1 unit and partial 2-bedroom unit is just not going to work in this situation. Let me bring up the other one, which is, let's see here. So this is just this is the site plan we actually submitted. I just took a red pencil and green markers and kind of marked up what I felt we could do. So we eliminated 2 parking spaces where, I don't know if you can see my cursor, eliminated 2 parking spaces there and basically took the retaining wall and moved it about 25 feet away from the wetlands. We made the detention basins smaller. I think someone on the commission kind of asked the question, could we put more of the detention underground? We haven't shown it here, but that would be the plan. We kept a couple of these rain gardens. They become smaller, so I think they're closer to probably rain gardenish now, but we'll add underground infiltration in this parking area. That will supplement what we had before as open detention basins. So we got rid of 2 spaces, pulled the wall another 25 feet plus or minus away from the wetlands. So now we have about a 75-foot, I would say, undisturbed, but obviously it's been disturbed a little bit already. But we do have a plan for replanting and so forth. So I think this is the more viable option. The other option would gain about the same 25 feet. So I think without tinkering with the building and trying to come across the aisleway and driving underneath it, and there's a whole host of problems with that. So I think this keeps everything intact. It increases the buffer to 75, or not buffer, but in the basically the undisturbed area to 75 feet. And pretty much everything else will stay the same. Obviously a little less filling in this 25-foot area. So I think that's the way, if the commission was inclined to push us in one way or the other, we kind of prefer this way. Again, it's a little more underground detention versus above ground, and we have some other drainage issues to that Deb mentioned in the staff review that we will be taking care of at the same time. But I think this is a good compromise. I guess if there's any questions regarding the two options, I'd be happy to entertain them.
Did the perk tests show the soils were amenable to that?
Well, the underground infiltration and the rain gardens are actually going to be in a fill situation. So we'll be filling this area, this lower area, with a porous, bank run gravel type material. We have to do that anyway because of the parking associated with it. We wouldn't want any settlement or anything like that. So there'll be well-drained soils. The retaining wall will have weep holes, but all of this detention water is going to be designed so that the water comes out at the foot of the retaining wall with like a level spreader. So it'll be controlled. It'll kind of bring the flow back to a sheet flow situation, which is kind of what's existing out there now.
How high will the retaining wall be?
I didn't do the calculations on this. I can look, let me just look real quick. I can give you an estimate. We would detail all that out for the next meeting. That was one of the other comments from staff, that we show some details on the retaining wall. And about 8 or 9 feet tall. I guess I think one of the comments was it has to be under 8, so that's what we'll be driving towards, is under 8.
Yeah, within your building setbacks, it will be. It
Yeah.
has to be under, because it becomes it's considered a structure that has to meet the setbacks if you're over 8.
Okay.
Could you outline with your arrow the location of the two basins?
It's the green. So this green here and this green over here.
Oh, well, what is that? I guess that's where it used to be, the other lines in the pink.
Yeah, so back here,
Yeah,
this is this dark outline here
yeah.
is the old basin location.
Oh, okay, okay. So the new is just
and
the green.
Yeah, just the green.
Oh, that's good, yeah. And how much above ground is the retaining wall?
It'll be flush, basically flush with the parking lot elevation.
Oh,
So
oh,
it's not going to stick up at all. There'll be a
a fence? or
some
something?
sort of fence, yeah, that meets
Yeah.
the code, meets code requirements.
Okay.
All right, other questions? We can classify this, if you would, make a motion to classify. Thank you, Eunice. We have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Oops. Barbara left.
I'm here. Oh, the other one.
The other Barbara left.
Okay.
Oh, no, I mean, I said aye.
Oh, you did, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then it's classified as,
I'll abstain from it.
Okay.
I was gonna abstain.
Can you tell me who seconded that motion?
The two Barbaras.
I thought so. I thought I heard both of you.
Pick one of them.
Okay, very good. I can do that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, goodness.
Bob, you're gonna miss all this amusement.
Yes, I will.
Oh,
All right, then you'll go back to with the staff. I think that's an improvement over what it
Hmm.
was, that's for sure.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, thank you.
All
And
right,
it's
so
definitely a better one than driving underneath an apartment. I think that would be problematic.
I agree. So was it classified? I missed the classification.
As a minor,
Minor, okay, thank you. So we'll work through the staff comments and present revised drawings to staff, and then when
Next
everyone's
meeting.
comfortable, we'll get back before you.
okay. Very good.
Great, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right.
I'm gonna unshare here, hold on a second.
Take that plan down and
Yeah, I'm working on working on it here. Oh. Close. All right, there we
there
go.
it is.
Hmm.
And I can leave the meeting. Thank you, good night.
Good night.
thanks, Greg.
See you
Good
soon,
night.
hopefully.
Holiday.
Thanks. Yeah, you too.
All right, there's no old business. We have something for consideration. 2895 Gold Star Highway, Hull Timber Harvest. Need a jurisdictional ruling.
So that information was placed in your packet. Chris Casadei from Hull is here to walk you through the plan for the harvest. Does everyone know where this property is?
No.
Okay, so I've got a GIS map. I'm just going to share it really quick so that you guys know where we're talking about here. So this is Gold Star Highway. This is near Old Mystic, okay? Gold Star Highway, this is River Road,
Oh,
Wells Road, and Old Mystic is, up in here. So this is the property. This is Haley Brook, as you can see. And then I'm going to unshare and let Chris go ahead. Chris, I do have your plans if you need them, and I can do that.
Well, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, great, great. Really interesting little timber harvest here we have in Old Mystic. There's one big crossing that we have. The Haley Brook is a significant stream crossing we're going to do temporarily there with timber bridges. I don't know what to say. You've seen the maps. Did you have my paperwork too, Deb?
I do. I can share that for you if you like, if that'll help.
Very conservative harvest. It's a very neat woodlot up there. A lot of the curbs in Mystic actually have been taken off of this property, and the testers have been there, geez, as far as I'm concerned, into perpetuity. And we're just going to do a very conservative timber harvest up there. But we do have this one elaborate stream crossing that we're before you guys for.
I'm almost there.
What is all this?
This was all in the agenda packet.
From
So I'm
me?
getting,
This
no,
is not from me.
no, this is not for you. I'm getting.
There we are.
There's your letter. Here's your notification. Let me just get the plan. There we go.
There's the map. Yep.
Uh,
Yep. So we're going to use their existing driveway for the trucks. We're going to conduct this as a whole tree timber harvest. So we're going to extract the entire tree. There'll be no tops left on site. Very unusual boundary. This is a really neat little piece. But the stream crossing is going to be legit. I mean, it's gonna be timber mats and we're gonna span the entire stream. And when we're done, we'll pull it all and mulch it in.
Can you explain to them the timber mat? Because I'm not sure if
A
they've
timber
seen
mat
that.
is 4 foot wide, 16 foot long, made out of 8x8s that are bolted together and provide a road surface basically. And we'll insert maybe 16 to 20 of these mats to stabilize the whole stream crossing and pull those out when we're done.
And then what time of year are you going to do this?
When it's not muddy.
There you go.
Do the mats
You
go
tell me
in the
what time of year
water?
that is, Deb. I'm hoping it stays this temperature from now until June, but I don't think we're gonna get that. Realistically, we're probably gonna harvest this next summer, but if I do have a crew available when it sets up, we'll do it then. Set up meaning this winter.
Your mats are gonna be in the water or not?
No. The goal is to keep everything out of the water.
Well, what holds them up in the air?
The bank of the stream. And if we have to put some support logs within the channel, we'll put a log down in the channel.
Oh.
So I think you all know that by state statute and your regulation, a timber harvest is something that is exempt from permitting. But you need to review it and confirm that this is indeed a legitimate timber harvest.
Oh, it's legitimate.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, Chris is a certified forester.
Does the crossing fall under that?
Yep, sure does.
Yeah.
So just for reference, I mean, Hull has done other projects in town. Most recent, I think, was off of Hazelnut Hill Road and Flanders Road.
That was a big one.
Yep. And did a clean job of it.
I assume that dashed line is your road.
They're really existing networks of, I dare call them mining trails. When they pulled the granite off of this place, there's a good existing networks of roads. This was logged in the mid 70s also, and they extracted the timber out a slightly different way. But yeah, it's an existing road network, essentially, woods roads.
All right.
Are there,
Well, Eunice?
are there any erosion and sedimentation controls with this, or not needed, or I don't know?
Usually we don't have to worry about that until we start extracting stumps, and this is just a logging operation. So there'll be no erosion and sediment control issues. Anywhere we have a steep slope on the skid trail, we'll put some water bars in. And when we pull the bridges, we'll seed that down in hay, the immediate banks of the river. So there's really no erosion and sediment control issues to be concerned with.
Do you agree, Deb?
So, I mean, obviously things happen in the field. And frankly, Hull usually is prepared for it. So the water bars and if there is, if there is erosion, they address it.
All right. And it certainly falls under as of right. We need a motion for that.
Hold on. There you go.
Make a motion. Let's see.
I'll try to get it bigger for you guys.
Yeah.
Those folks who are working on phones, I don't know how you're doing it.
Yeah, I
Make
made
a
it big
motion.
enough to read.
Make a motion to find that the Hull Forest Products Timber Harvest 2895 Gold Star Highway, as described in the November 13th, 2020 narrative, is an operation permitted in inland wetlands and watercourses as of right per section 4.1A of the Groton Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Regulations.
We have a second?
Second it.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I
Opposed? All right.
There we go.
All set.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Safe logging for everybody.
Yeah, you too.
Good night. Thank you very much.
All
Okay.
right. We have a
Does
town
he
of
stir
Ledger.
his coffee with his thumb? I said, does he stir his coffee with his thumb? Like a lager? Oh. Okay, sorry.
We have a town of Ledger referral. Deb, you want to?
Sure. So, they sent you the entire body of their regulations. The changes are really to their fee structure. So I don't think it impacts the town of Groton, their wetlands in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, good.
All right, then we don't need to do anything with it. All right, that's all I have. We have, Deb, you have any comments?
I just want to let you know that I've been monitoring the property down here on Groton Long Point Road. Last time you granted a permit for removal of a couple of trees.
Right,
Those trees have come down. I'm going to be meeting out there with them this Friday. It looks like they may have had a brush hog out there and no earth disturbance or anything, but it looks like there was some mowing involved. So I'm going to meet out there and see what's going on. And I can report back to you next time.
all right, thank you. Anybody seen anything else around town? Eunice?
I just talked. Hailed Deb, even though poor thing was on vacation,
Oh,
but
right.
just handled it beautifully, even though she was not in the office. I noticed, I don't know, whatever day that was, Deb, it was one of those major
Monday
rain-
before Thanksgiving,
yeah, Monday
big
before-
rain.
yeah, came down in buckets for a really super short time, but the brook at my farm and was just brown. Never seen it that brown before. So Deb got people out there to check that out, which was great, and they acted quickly about that. But I just want to talk about the comment from whoever made that comment. Everything was constructed per the plan. So that just made me, it didn't set well with me, Deb, as you know. And so I'm just like, all right, wow. So what does that mean?
So it was constructed, all the sediment and erosion control was installed per the plan. Sediment and erosion controls obviously need to be maintained, but if there is a significant storm, something over 25-year storm or a downpour that's really severe, it gets overwhelmed. It just does. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. So yeah, you're right. They fixed the breach as quickly as they could. And I've worked with really good people. They got out there, a fellow staff got out there right away.
So good. Anyway, so I just, I'm hoping that they keep a close eye on that because obviously the area back there, and we know that they're super close. The one other thing that I would mention is that I think their pads, they have those stone pads, but there's so traffic in and out of there that there's, even the other day when there was a rainstorm, there's a lot of, sediment on the road that now gets washed into.
Okay.
Basic, and what can we even call those? Because I've crawled through a bunch of them, right? And so there's no catchment basin. It's just going straight into the wetland. That's the thing.
Okay. So the construction entrances need to be refreshed yet again. Okay.
All right, good spotting, Eunice. All right, I don't have anything else. We can all wish Bob a good retirement from wetlands.
Thank you so much.
You can still attend the meetings, Bob. You can still watch us and speak to us. You know how to do it now.
Oh, dear.
All right. I
Okay.
think we're all set.
Have a
Right.
good holiday, everybody.
Have a good holiday.
Thank you. You too.
All right. See you guys.
Be quiet.
Everybody.
Thank you.